Come, Watson, come. The game is afoot.
Not a word. Into your clothes and come. I'll wait for you in the sitting room. I've just received a note from Inspector Lestrade, a letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence. Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified. I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
Alright, you guys. So, let's go ahead and figure out what's going on. Let's examine the telescope again. Nothing changes! I don't understand. What the heck? What was that? I know I heard something. I heard noises. I know. I heard it again. I'm staying for a second. Oh, okay, I'm not. It got out on its own. Let's talk to Toby.
I agree.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Watson? You just... I can't believe he just, like, completely messed up the dialogue that I could have had with Toby.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Oh my gosh, it just keeps happening. Okay, guys.
On the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Shut up, Watson. I also wanted to say sorry for my voice. It's like, I don't know, like when there's a lot of pollen out where I live, it gets really bad for me. So
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
I sound ridiculous. I wish he would shut up.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work. This is where I keep...
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
I'm gonna murder him.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
Alright.
A wax seal with the monogram E.B. The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
My dear Mr. Holmes, I should be very glad of your immediate assistance in what promises to be a most remarkable case. It's something quite in your line. Except for releasing the lady, I will see that everything is kept exactly as I have found it. But I beg you not to lose an instant, as it is difficult to leave Sir Eustace there. Yours faithfully, Inspector Lestrade. Alright.
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always. It appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
All right, on our way.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise her right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
All right, we're going to the morning room, but let's just make sure there's nothing to look at, which there is.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
Okay, why did it just spin like that? That was really weird. Okay, I'm gonna go in there in a second. I just want to make sure there's not too much stuff we can look at in here.
Baron Lyndon Brackenstall.
Okay, it's doing the weird flippy thing.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall.
Alright, it needs to stop.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
I know.
Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
Rude. Is this the exit here? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna go this way.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Alright, let's profile her. I feel really bad for her. Looks painful. Alright. Anything else on your face? Okay. No. Nothing. This. Australian. Okay. There we go. Alright. Not a happy marriage. Okay, that one just popped up.
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Alright, is something missing?
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Your ladyship?
Alright, so let's look around. We're probably gonna have to look at the body next, but I'm wondering if we can talk to her.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
Alright, let's profile her. What if she's the murderer? Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I am. It just happens. I don't know how, I don't know why. It just happens. Coffee stain. Okay. What is this here? Oh, coffee stain there. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, go back down. Handkerchief. Vinegar smell. Okay, I got it. She's a caring person. So let's find... I need to find other stuff. Come on, there's one more. Something hands. Working hands. Okay, so let's go back to her hands.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
That's all she knows. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't trust her. R1. I'm glad it tells you. Okay, picture. Oh.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
Wait. Yeah, I was gonna say move. Haha!
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Alright, we're gonna ask her to open it then. I wanna look around a little bit more though.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
How would I ever know which one? Wait, I don't know why I just did R1. I was just trying to rotate it. Let's move that. Thanks, motorcycle. Thanks.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia 1.5 years ago on this ship.
Alright, so we got that photo. Don't think that there's much else to look at, but I'm still gonna make sure. Newspaper.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Alright, so let's go ahead and put together some clues since that popped up. It usually means 2 of them can go together. Alright, come on, let me touch it. The robbery was faked and the whole story invented in order to blame Sir Eustace's death on the Randalls. Randall gang. The testimonies and evidence match and point to the Randall gang. I would say it, obviously it does, but I would think it's more like that. Let's go ahead and just say this for now. And let's check R1 just to see if we're able to connect anything. We're not. Okay. So let's just leave it at that for now. Alright. Let's make sure there's nothing else, and let's talk to her. Open the safe, woman!
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship?
Okay, we have to open it, but you're not doing much to force that.